Yes. Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on your late Sunday night, March the 8th, 2026, or if you're watching from another time zone or later on, it is now March the 9th, 2026. Thank you all for watching right here on the home of all things ranting, the best rant channel in all of YouTube. I mean, that's not me saying that, it's true. And the trolls know that. It is my best channel. It is the legendary, very fucking legendary, home of all things ranting, PG Rants. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So, subscribe to them now. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook, otherwise known as the description box below. So, do it now, subscribe now, leave a comment on this video or any of my videos in the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments. You get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely. Ozzy and Satan will come out, laugh at you, and then eat your fucking soul. So do it on your channel, or do it on somebody else's channel. Because you ain't gonna do it on mine, you don't like it, tough fucking shit. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And tap and slap that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, you need to get slapped violently. Because you're SOL, you know what that means. And if you don't know what it means, you might get slapped again. Until you find out what it means. And that's that. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, all that other good stuff. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one. Put your stinky, smelly feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, get the fuck out of here. And if not, you got fucking problems, and I think you need to seek help. Though I don't know if anybody can help you with that. Because you have an obsession. A condition. Basically, which is called obsession. And that's that. Let me move on with there. Alright, still at almost 800 subscribers. I think we'll get over that by Easter, hopefully. But we'll see what happens with that. But thank you anyway. If I hit it today, tomorrow, this week, by Easter. Thank you for that. And we're on the road. On that road to... We'll get to 1,000, I don't know, by the end of this year, but we'll see what happens with that. We're in March, so we got 9 months to go, so should get at least close to 1,000, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on your late Sunday night, hope you had a great weekend, and if not, too bad for you. I had a pretty decent weekend, nice and warm here in the Northeast today, 64 degrees. That felt really nice, didn't it, after the blizzard we had about a week or so ago? Gonna be 70 here on Tuesday. Woo! But that 70 go bye-bye, after Thursday, and go back down to, back down to 45 on Friday. It's gonna be up and down pretty much through St. Patrick's Day. And there is talk of more snow. I hope not. No more snow, please. I know we don't need snow here in the Northeast anymore. And I heard a rumor that next winter might be actually warm. So, not much snow next year. So, thank the Lord for that. You know what that means? We don't have to go out and shovel much. And it is what it is. And that's that. But we move on with that. Alright, so we're going to start the second week of March. Getting closer and closer to Easter and the spring equinox. So spring is almost here, ladies and gentlemen. And then around the corner is summer. The greatest season in the world. And that's that. Alright. Enough about that. Bull Funky. That's bullshit for you people who don't know what Bull Funky is. I guess you haven't watched the episode. Well, Bull Funky... I got that from an episode of Hollywood Squares way back in the day when Whoopi Goldberg was the center square. She kept saying, "Let's stop talking about that bull, Funky." So, it is what it is. But I digress. So, enough about the bull, Funky. Let's get to the topic at hand. But like I said, I hope you had a great day, and if not, too bad for you. Alright, so on your Sunday evening, check out my first video of the day, my NXT Vengeance Day predictions over on my Peter Joseph channel. Link will be down below. You know where that is. Down below in my pants, otherwise known as the gobbledygook, otherwise known as the description box below. So, check it out on time, on cue. And that's that. Alright. This is an impromptu video. Now, as the title below says, we're going to continue my little series called Shut the Fuck Up. Now, the last couple of videos I done on Shut the Fuck Up was pretty much about that big ass construction worker who's still talking out of his ass. That Dalton guy, whatever his name is. You know, talking about the IWC, talking about, shit about Matt Riddle confronting him at an indie show. Matt Riddle almost knocked his teeth down his throat. He's still hounding Matt Riddle. He says, I'm going to be at the next one, this and that. That dude needs to get his ass handed to him before something really bad happens. He needs to be put in jail. Or beaten severely. But I digress on that. But that coincides with my rant for this video. And I hope you brought some popcorn. Because this might go a while. That's that. But in any case, you move on. So that coincides with this video. Now, as the title below says, we're going to talk about Thea Hale, who came out on X and on her Instagram account, and did a 2-minute video. This is not about her. This is about the IWC / if you want to call it the WC, or we call it now the WC, the YouTube wrestling community or the internet wrestling community. I like somebody on Twitter called it the idiot wrestling community because we have idiots in this community. JD, Sean's Entertainment, just saying, among others. But there's a lot of good people here. Issa, Joe Cronin, me, people like that. But there are other wrestling, or people that call themselves wrestling fans that just are so fucking stupid. Because they think their opinion is hot shit. They think they're hot shit, and they think they're, they want to get their 15 minutes of fame, 15 seconds of fame, whatever it may be. And they come out with these ridiculous fucking opinions, and then they cross the line and get into their personal life and bash them and bully them and stalk them and this and that. And it happens in real life too. But man, Thea Hale, I have to applaud Thea Hale for this. She came out on X and Instagram, talked about wrestling fans and how Kit Wilson, toxic! That's what the IWC is. It is toxic! It is so fucking toxic, and it pisses me off that I'm sorta, in this fucking community because I talk about wrestling, and I have my own opinions, and yeah, I'll bash a wrestler here and there, but I'm not gonna go to the lengths, and I have before, wishing death on Roman. That's a long time ago, and I apologize for that. Same thing with Cena, and I make jokes about William Yuta. I mean, I'm not my favorite wrestler, but he's a wrestler. He's a man. Well, we think he's a man, but, But yeah, I'll bash William Yuta to the moon, Darby, and Orange Cassidy for stealing my gimmick. But that's, just me being sarcastic. But you got these fucking fans who want to go after the wrestlers like that fucking construction worker. You have the people that are stalking Liv Morgan, which is going insane, that case, where now they want to get him a psychiatric evaluation. So stupid. That guy should be in jail and getting a lifetime restraining order. You know, you had people attacking Seth Rollins at the Barclays Center. Remember that? And then the whole Alexa Bliss getting stalked. You had Sonya Deville and her now wife got stalked. It was insane. I mean, the IWC is really fucking toxic. And they need to be held accountable for this shit. Okay? I admit, when I said the stuff I said about Roman and Cena, yeah, that it hit a nerve with some people, and I had to do damage control, and I came out like a man and apologized to Roman and his fans and Cena after he turned heel. I was like, I take everything back. And I didn't become a Cena fan because of Issa or anybody else. I just said, you know what? Fuck it. You know, it's his retirement tour. You know, let's put the past hate behind us and let's give him a proper respect and everything else. So that's what I did. Same thing with Roman. And it's not because I didn't like Roman back in 2019 because of Issa, when I didn't meet through 2022. Okay? So stop that fucking bullshit that I like Roman because of Issa. Okay? It's not true. Because I started liking Roman after he came out having leukemia and he had to drop the Universal title. And then, like about a month or so later, he comes back. I'm a remission, y'all. I was like, yes! And then from there, I've had a pretty much 7-year love for Roman. Our tribal chief. Put up your ones, motherfuckers. Not this one, but that one. But that's that. And yeah, like I said before, I have my own opinion about Darby. I make jokes, and I do, very semi-good impression of Darby. Hi, guys! That. And, I make fun of William Yuta, like, William Yuta's the type of guy that goes into an elevator and hits every fucking button because he's an idiot. Stuff like that. It's jokes. And then I'll say Orange Cassidy stole my gimmick because, he supposedly sent my fourth amazingly hot Asian wife, Mina Shirakawa, flowers and shit, trying to get her and everything. So I got all pissy at him. It's an act. It was a joke. Whether you want to take it differently, that's fine. I don't give a shit. Do I hate Orange Cassidy as a man? No. Do I hate him as a wrestler? No. I just hate him for, trying to get to my girl. But that's another story for another time. But, the IWC are a bunch of fucking 20 to 30-year-old dumb fucks who live in their mom's basement. Probably, most of them are virgins. Probably never seen a pussy before. I'm not talking about a cat, but that's another story for another time. JD. But I digress. But, they come out on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or even on YouTube and they do ridiculous fucking shit trying to badmouth, people like Thea Hale, that they did the whole thing with Hana Kimura. We all remember that she got bullied online and what happened. She sadly ended her life. Almost the same thing as Daphne in a way, but yeah, I guess you could say Daphne too, because she got hated online too, which, it is what it is. And now, people are talking about Harley Cameron. She had to shut down Twitter because, the fans are going after her. Thea Hale had to come out and do this video, which I'm going to play. And, you have Alicia Taylor coming out, talking about fans being toxic and shit. Like I said, you are entitled to your own opinion, but when you cross that line, you need to get your ass handed to you, physically or mentally. But I'm the type of guy, like I said, I have my own opinion. I had a mean opinion about Thea Hale. I don't like her gimmick. She came into NXT, and I'm like, who's this chick? The whole chase you thing. She's this weird, wacky girl that she, Probably snorted a whole bag of cocaine. I don't know. I made fun. I know she doesn't, but I made fun of it. She's hyper. She's all crazy. But she's playing a part. I get it. And I made fun of it, and not one of my favorite wrestlers in NXT, but she's worked hard for 5 fucking years, and yeah, she got hate because winning the North American title from Blake Monroe, Mariah May, that was kind of the botch pin. Everybody's like, oh, she don't deserve it, this and that, and then she lost the title to Izzy Dame. And she's in the finals of the Speed. The finals of the Speed tournament. She's gonna be taking on my girl Maddie Rankowski this week to see who faces Fallon Henley for the Speed title. I wouldn't be surprised if Thea wins that. Not that she needs it, but it'd be nice for her. But we have that. But Thea has worked hard to get to where she is, and I just don't understand why you fucking marks, and I'm using the term marks, come out on Twitter and, you on your Commodore 64 computer and writing bullshit about her. Like I said, I don't know what was said. Just attacking her, saying that she sucks. I mean, that's fine, you say she sucks, but then when you go low on her and bash her and attack her, and she's only 22, ladies and gentlemen. 22! And I know Javon's like around 22, 23. Brett Baylor and Smokes are in their 20s. I think Jackson Drake of Evolve and now NXT, they're in their 20s. The young, I'll use the term young bucks per se of the NXT and then AEW as well, and indie promotions, coming up. They want to make a name for themselves, and people are like, heckling them and bashing them on Twitter and Facebook. It's retarded. It's just fucking retarded. And I feel bad for Thea. I really do. She shouldn't be taking all this fucking hate. And people like Harley Cameron, Alicia Taylor, all these wrestlers, they don't need all this bullshit from fake fucking fans. Because that's what you are. Fake fucking wrestling fans who sit at home on your Commodore 64 computer, 20 to 30-year-old dumb fuck virgins who probably never seen pussy before, and if you have, well, that's good for you, but you're still acting like a complete fucktard. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a little bitty Hulkster dude back in the 80s, the greatest decade ever. I never really saw that when I was a kid, like all the hate on like Hulk Hogan or Macho Man Randy Savage and Junkyard Dog and people like that. I didn't know about, Roddy Piper got stabbed, and stuff like that. I didn't know that until, the birth of the internet and backstories and shit. I didn't know that growing up until, hitting college and everything. But, when Hana Kimura died, I thought that was just, I felt sad about it. And I was like, you know what? The IWC, YWC are just a bunch of fucking fairies. Idiots. They want to get their hot shit. Oh, I'm gonna stalk Hana Kimura. I'm gonna bash her every fucking chance I get. Bah. I'm not gonna get held accountable. I'm not gonna get arrested and this and that. Yeah. They think that. And then next thing you know, Hana Kimura dies, and then, you look like an idiot after. Oh, and then, you'll praise it. Oh, Hana Kimura passed away. Ha ha ha. I was responsible for that. The same thing with Daphne. Shannon, I miss her dearly. Same thing with Hannah. I didn't know her that well, but Shannon, Daphne, I knew very well. So, it still hurts me the way, having to get a Facebook message from my good buddy General Jerry. I think it was right around, had to be about 4 or 5 years ago this happened. when I learned about Daphne passing away. General Jerry hits me up on Facebook and says, "Did you hear about Daphne?" I said, "No, I did hear something about from another good guy, Delexman, or just Alex. He was in the chat room. They were talking about trying to tell him what was going on with Daphne, because Daphne was doing a live stream and she was going completely nuts, saying, she was just getting bombarded and bullied and everything, and the people were telling her to go to the hospital, go to her mom's house, go somewhere. And then, I think she was going somewhere, and the next morning she's dead. And I heard that from General Jerry, and I'm like, what? And I looked it up. I went on her Instagram, because I have her Instagram, and I read the story from her mom saying our poor Shannon died. I'm like, what? And I had to read the story from TMZ. General Jerry sent me links and stuff, and I'm reading it. Tears are coming down my fucking face. Because I knew Shannon, and, because I used her as a pick base in my E-Fed and everything. I followed her career in WCW and early TNA, and said that her wrestling career kind of ended in TNA with that, that fall off the top rope through the barbed wire table, and she landed really bad and everything, and pretty much her wrestling career was over. She still was doing conventions and stuff. I don't think she did any wrestling after that, but you get what I'm getting at. I hope. But yes, so that put me in a really somber mood, and it really made me realize how fucking toxic the IWC is. And it's just sad that I have to be a part of this fucking community full of fucking dumb fucks. And even if they're not even associated with the YWC or the IWC, and they're just dumb fucks on social media or dumb fucks here on YouTube who think wrestling is fake and everything like that, you don't know these people. And these people that are bashing them, you don't know these people in real life, and why are you bashing them? Why? Just because you don't like them? That's one thing. But you take it a little bit too far, and you're just coming off like a fucking asshole. And even in real life, people call me names and call me, pedophile and cat graper and all this other shit. And yeah, it got to me. It's still getting to me because people still talk about it when these things that happened 14 years ago, or even 6 years ago, or whatever it may be, and they think, they're telling people, oh, that Peter's a bad guy, he's this and that. He said this to a 12-year-old girl back in 2012 when he was like 35 years old. And they're like, oh, we don't want to associate with Peter anymore, blah, blah, blah. But really, people shouldn't judge somebody, for their past. They should judge them on their character in the here and now. Nobody gives a fuck about their past. Alright? I joined Issa's community, and I mentioned it to some people that, people are gonna talk and mention my past and everything, and blah, blah, blah. And most of her chat and her, they said, we don't care about your past, just have fun, we like you here, we love you having in our chats and in the community, blah, blah, blah. So, I love it there. I have no problem with anybody. Me and Issa were butt heads here and there, but I respect her and, shit like that. But I even get slandered on this lovely website by a whole bunch of fucking people that think they're hot shit. They're not, because I'll never say it to my face, and I'll just laugh at them if they ever tried it. And then they say, oh, you hide behind your girlfriend, you hide behind a gate. I don't hide behind anything. I just do the right thing, and if you want to come to my face and try to do some shit about it, you're going to get put in jail. And I only come up to you if I have to defend myself. So, I'm just going to expose you like an idiot. And that's what happened to one guy. He in jail now. I'm not taking credit for it, but I had a hand in those people that put that guy in jail. And his butt buddy friend put him in jail too. I told the guy, says, karma's gonna come get you and bite you in the ass. You keep fucking around and finding out with people. Especially me. So, these people that are hounding me, you're gonna keep fucking around and finding out. You're gonna get put in your place. So, keep slandering my name and doing garbage live streams that nobody fucking cares about. Because you don't know me from a hole in the wall. All you know is videos from my past and this and that. That's all it is. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. All you know is from 14 years ago. Or whatever it may be. Nobody cares about the past. And they make fun of my girlfriend. Nobody, I don't care about that. Calling her Shrek and calling her grandma, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Okay? But when you go low and do all this other bullshit with me and my friends and family, then I have every right to do it back to you. So, you don't like it? You want to cry about it? Too bad. That's all it is. That's all it is. You hide behind your computer. Okay? So when I go, if you go low, I'll go low, and then you complain, tough shit. Cry about it. That's that. But you want to keep slandering my name? Alright. Keep going. Keep going, because you're going to end up like your stupid friends. Irrelevant and off YouTube. And off social media, for that matter. And people really need to get off social media and YouTube because they think they're hot shit. I never said I was hot shit. I have an opinion, like everybody else, but I'm not going to go below the belt. If it's a wrestler, if it's somebody on YouTube that says a bunch of lies about me, or about Roman, or about whoever it may be, I'm going to come out and I'm going to put you in your place. And if you don't like it, tough shit. That's that. So critique this video. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to be me. I'm going to still talk about wrestling. I'm still going to have an opinion. Joke around here and there. But, you know, I'm not going to go to the level that these fucking marks on X and Instagram and Facebook are going to go. Bashing somebody like Thea for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, so I'm going to play Thea video, and then we'll talk about it after that. So, here we go.
Touch on the subject for a long time now, and I just haven't felt like I should, and now my opinion's changed. I'm a 22-year-old girl. Think about that for a second. I wouldn't have even graduated college if I moved away in the middle of high school to pursue my dream, because I value that over comfortability, and most people could never have fathomed to do that. And every day to look at my Twitter timeline or look at social media and see negative comments about me as a human being is disgusting. I have worked my ass off for 5 years for the biggest moment of my career. And you all take it as a joke. You act like I'm the worst human being in the world for my 1 ounce of success that I finally had.
Let me stop the video right here for a second. I'm sorry I stopped it. But you can see her emotion in the video. I mean, you can hear her emotion, not see it, because you can watch it on YouTube. But anyway, she moved away. She didn't go to college. You know, she went to pursue her dream, become a WWE superstar, a wrestler per se. And people are bashing her, you know, about that and her real life and shit. It's stupid. It's fucking, it's just, you know, fucking stupid. And then, like she says, you act like I'm the worst human being in the world. You don't know her. You do not know her. You just know her character. You know? The same thing with me. Nobody knows me on this fucking website, on social media, and the only way that people know about me is from other people that do garbage fucking streams or through word of mouth. It's like, oh, Peter's a cat raper. He's a pedophile. And they show old videos and stuff of me saying things on YouTube, which I really apologize for. I'm not perfect and stuff like that. And, the same people tell their friends who tell their friends, and they say, oh, Peter's an idiot, Peter, I don't like him, and then, I can't watch him, this and that, but you still watch anyway, by the way, because you have no other person to watch, nothing else better to do in your garbage fucking life. And I don't know some of these people that talk about me. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care where they live, if it's England, Canada, the United States, Mexico. I don't give a fuck where you live. Because, you're not on my mind 24/7, 365. Like people say I'm obsessed with somebody for 10 years, like Sean's Entertainment, which is not true, or JD, or anything. Oh, you don't know JD. You don't even know him. You've done worse things than JD and Sean, which is a bold-faced lie. I didn't come out on YouTube and show my cock or anything like that. I didn't go to really bad lengths and bash the WWE women's locker room like JD did. And then he gets blacklisted from AEW because, all the shit he said. And then Mercedes Moné bans him from House of Glory because he went low on her and everything like that. And he deserves to be blacklisted from the internet and wrestling. He should be banned from House of Glory. Banned. But they keep him around because he's a hot commodity. And then, he came back to a House of Glory show in New York recently, and the fans booed the fuck out of him. Surprised he left it with his own body. That guy really needs to get his ass handed to him for all the shit he said about female wrestling. He's a male chauvinist fucking pig. Jerry. Fake as fuck New Yorker, by the way. Roots for the fucking Braves. Oh, but Peter, you root for the Niners. You know why I root for the Niners? Because my brother from another mother. I'll root for the New York teams except for the Knicks, because I don't like the Knicks. I root for the Mets, the Rangers, the Jets. I don't like the Islanders. I root for the Brooklyn Cyclones because we're a Mets affiliate. And I root for the Niners, like I said, because of my brother from another mother. And because, of the missus and everything. That's, her brother and everything. But, it is what it is. But, like I said, you don't know me from a fucking hole in the wall. You only know things from the past. And if you don't like me, I don't fucking care. But I'm not going to take slander and lies lightly, okay? You want to come out here and say, oh, Peter's a pedophile, Peter's a cat raper. Still dealing with the past. Still living in the past. Live in the here and now. Fuck the past. You want to get people that are good friends of mine to turn on me because, you harass them up the wazoo. Which I think is really a dick move. And yeah, I lost a lot of good friends like Jordan and Eric and Nick. Well, still kind of friends with Nick, but people like that, because of stupidity, because people had an obsession. They wanted the whole guilty by association thing. Oh, if you're friends with Peter, we're going to go after you. Which I think is stupid. Come at me. Leave them out of it, because they have nothing to do with it. But that's the way people are on social media. They want to go after people's families. They want to go after people's friends. Get them fired from their jobs and shit like that. Just because they have a hatred for somebody. Do you see me doing any of that? Fuck no. I don't care where you work. I don't care where you live. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your fucking boring fucking channels, your live streams. I don't give a fuck. It's all fucking jealousy. Come on, what are we so jealous about? Jealous that I'm a fucking human being. And then I talk about wrestling. I talk about music. And then I boast sometimes about 2 million hits, by the way. And stuff like that. Because I have a great life. I go to concerts and I love to live my life to 100%. Or 90% really, you know, the whole DDP thing. But I digress. But like I said, you don't know me from a fucking hole in the wall. And you go on your fucking streams, high and drunk as fuck, acting like a complete fucktard. You're doing your stupid laughs and your stupid boring bullshit. And nobody cares about, because you think you want to get a rise out of me or anybody, you know, shit like that. Stalking people for 7-8 years, trying to just get them off YouTube because you don't like them. Here's an idea, how about don't watch them? But you're going to watch just to see what they do on YouTube and critique them and everything. Because you want to, you know, you got to have content on your garbage channel. Because, as I said before, without people like me, you're done. Your channel is dead. Or you have to watch old school clips that nobody really gives two fucks about unless they don't know their lore and everything. Which I think is still dumb. Bring up the watching videos from the past. Nobody cares. Nobody will really care. But hey, if you want to get your content, get your clout views and subs and everything like that, good for you. But like I said, the whole thing with, you know, with Thea, she's worked 5 fucking years and she has to get this fucking shit. I worked 16 years on this fucking website. I know I don't have a lot of subs. I don't get a lot of views. I don't get a lot of comments. Do I give a fuck? No. I do not give a fuck. Yeah, it's nice to have 1,112 subscribers on my Peter Joseph channel. It's nice to have 800 subscribers on this channel. Almost 680 subscribers on my Metal God channel. 1,250 subscribers on my main channel, which hasn't moved much. That's fine. Do I care that I'm not at 1,500, that I'm not at 2,000, I'm not 160,000 subscribers like JD or Sean's Entertainment have, or Joe Cronin has near 100,000 subs. Issa has almost 30,000 subs. Do I care? Am I jealous? No. I'm glad for Issa almost having 30,000 subs. I'm happy for Joe Cronin. Do I care about Sean and JD's sub count? No, because they bought subs. I dabbled in sub for a little while in 2015. Stopped that quick because I thought it was wrong to, you know, buy subs and shit. I wanted to earn it like Smith Barney. We earn it. I wanted to earn my subs. Whether it takes me 10 more years to get to 1,300 subscribers on my main channel. Whether it takes me another 10 years to get to 1,000 subscribers on my other channels. Even if I had 25 subs on my Shadows Lair 2.0 channel, because I had a senior moment and forgot my password to the original channel, it happens. I almost had 800 subscribers there. It sucks. I had to start all over again. And I've had channels get taken down and I had to start back from the beginning. You know, it sucks that that happens. You know, people have channels that have like 30,000 subs. They get taken down because people false flag or, you know, whatever they do. Channel goes down, goes bye-bye. They have to start fresh with a new channel and then eventually they'll get picked back up. Otaku had that. He has a channel that's over, I think he has over 1,000 subs on the channel that he has now. Good for him. But still, he had at one point at one point 3,000, 4,000 subs. People got jealous, and it went down, he had to start over, and he's back up to 1,000 subs. There's other people I know that had the same thing. I've had channels go down, and I had to make new channels, and I had to start all over again. It's the way it is here on YouTube. It sucks that people false flag and everything, but it is what it is. But like I said before, you people don't know me from a hole in the wall, and if you want to keep making fun of me and my looks and my videos and this and that, talk about my past bullshit to new people, I really don't fucking care. I don't care. I'm just tired of going back and forth with a bunch of fucking kids. Because that's what you people are, 20 to 30-year-old kids. Because you haven't found your balls yet. Because like I said, you sit at home behind a computer. Because you definitely won't say it to my face. I'll just laugh at you. You can think I'm going to hide. I'm not going to hide. If I want to confront you, I'll confront you. But I don't need to do that. Okay? And that guy that came that time, I wasn't going to confront him. I just exposed him. I exposed him. I told him, you come, you're going to get exposed, and you're going to get put in jail. And that's what I did. I exposed him. I didn't put him in jail that day, but eventually I told him, you fuck around and find out with other people, they're going to, you're going to get put in your place, and now he's serving time in jail. And his other butt buddy's doing it now. Because he can't stop being an idiot. Birds of a feather flock together. And now they're getting back shots from Big Bubba right now. That's why karma is a bitch. And so are you. So you want to keep fucking around and finding out with people like me, it's not going to end well for you. And that's that. And like I said, I don't need to go back and forth with a bunch of dumb fucks from England or Canada or even the United States of America. Because they're not worth my time. And I've fallen in and out of the cycle when I say I'm going to move on, and then I move on for a little bit, and they're still talking up a storm, and I have to defend myself because of slander and bullshit. I go back on my word. If people call me a hypocrite, I don't care. But, I'm putting my foot down because of this. And all the people that hate me now can go fuck themselves and rotate. Because I'm not going anywhere. And if you don't like it, tough shit. Because you can do your garbage fucking streams, your fucking videos, shorts, all the bullshit you want to do. It's not going to affect me. And I personally don't give a fuck. And that's that. You can say I'm the worst YouTuber ever. I don't get subs. I don't get, I get one comment a month, which is lies, by the way. Claim I don't have PS5 when I already show that off. This and that. Say I don't go out and everything when I show, when I go to a concert, it would be at a bar or be at wherever it may be. I'm proving you people wrong. And they go, oh, why don't you show us that you go out and this and that? And I do. And you say, oh, you show you go out, I'll delete my channel. And when I do, I put you in your place, and you're like, oh, it's fake. Fake pictures. Right. Oh, fake Ring of Honor picture from Google. Right. I have to take it, dumb fuck. But that's the way it is. People think that I'm a liar and shit when I tell, I say, oh, I went out to see In This Moment, or I went to a bar to see, to a concert, and I take footage from it. Like, oh, you went to a rinky-dink bar, like 15 people in it, when there were like 50 people. Were you there? No. So shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna keep proving people wrong. And if they don't like it, you know what you can do? Get the fuck off. Get off my channel, get off YouTube, get a fucking life. You have a job, go to your job. You have a girlfriend, boyfriend, worry about them. Don't worry about what I do in my personal life. Because you don't know me from a fucking hole in the wall. So go fuck yourselves. I don't care about your life. I don't care if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Oh, my girlfriend's hotter than you. Than your girlfriend. Big deal. Big fucking deal. I make more money than you. Big whoop. Golf clap on that. I don't care. Kendrick Lamar's better than In This Moment. I don't care. I don't care. I don't like his music. I don't like him personally. I hate him. I don't like mumble rap. I like OG rap, like Wu-Tang and Dr. Drizzy and Eminem and Snoop Dogg. Good rap, not mumble rap shit. Like Ren. Or Kendrick. Or whoever it may be that's, I don't care if you hate In This Moment all the way, to the end of your life. I don't give a fuck. I just don't like mumble rap. It's garbage. It's stupid. Oh, but you hated on Bad Bunny. You like Youngblood because because Ozzy likes him. He's his protege. Big deal. Big deal. Youngblood, I gave him a second chance. And now he's doing good stuff with Ozzy, good stuff with Sharon and Jack and Kelly. Good stuff. But I don't like him because you like him. I like him because I have my own opinion about him. And I don't like Bad Bunny because of Issa. I said stuff about Bad Bunny, back in 2020, 21. But that was a joke. I mean, I don't, I grew up with reggaeton, with Daddy Yankee and Don Omar and Nina Sky and people like that. I've been to the clubs with, Bad Bunny songs and stuff like that. It's catchy, has a great beat and everything like that. And even though I said, oh, he's boring and shit like that, it was just an opinion at that time. But now, he's the hottest thing going today. And like I said, I don't support him, I don't like him because somebody else, like one of my good friends, like Issa, likes him. Oh, you like Bad Bunny because of Issa. You like Roman because of Issa. Like I said before, I didn't meet Issa until 2022. So, fuck you with your stupid fucking opinion. Okay? Go fuck yourself. So that's that. So these people that are bashing Thea Hale because, because they don't know her, and they just like, oh, she's a horrible wrestler, she's a horrible human being, when you don't even know her, and like I say, she's only 22 fucking years old. You people are fucking stupid, and you should be thrown off the fucking internet for that shit. Alright, I'm gonna play the rest of the video, and then we'll talk about it after.
That I finally had. It sucks. I don't think you understand every day that I wake up happy, sad, miserable. I don't care. I put professional wrestling above everything.
Yeah, just like I do too. I love music. I wake up, I have a bad back. I have a bad neck. just stuff like that because of stress and the wear and tear of my body. I'm 49 years old. I'm going to be 50 in December. Okay? People mock me. It's like, oh, you know, that and shit. I have to wake up every day in pain. I have to take fucking medication. Not steroids or anything like that. Because I have a mental condition. I suffer from mental illness. I have general anxiety disorder. I don't have bipolar. People think I have bipolar. People think I'm delusional, schizophrenic. You're not a doctor. But, you know, I'm taking medication. You know, I'm on basically 4 medications right now for my mental health. I have painkillers I'm on. I have my mental health medication I'm on. I take vitamins, you know, because, you know, gotta get my strength back and everything. But I still work. I still do what I gotta do to survive. Make the money that I have to make to pay for the rich man's cable and the internet and my phone and, you know, my other bills I gotta pay. You know, to live in this house. And I know it's not the greatest looking house in the world. It's, you know, this house was built in 1922 or 32. It's old. It's my grandfather's house, God rest his mighty soul. You know, and when he died, he gave it to my mom, who gave it to me. Who now I own the house. Because my name is now on the deed. And I'm not going to show it to prove a point. I don't have to show you shit. So kiss my rosy red Italian ass, Mahoney. And that's that. But, you know, I have to wake up and I have to go on YouTube and see the same fucking people talking shit when I put up a post about you know, oh, I'm having a, you know, even when I'm having a bad mental health day, you know, everything, and I post videos, you know, from In This Moment or Nelson or whoever it may be, you know, and I'm putting it up, and I put up a post today saying with a Nelson lyric, "Don't be afraid to lose what's never meant to be." You know, those are great lyrics, by the way. You know, I'm not afraid to lose friends that I've always had. You know, I've had longtime friends, and even the friends I had on YouTube. I'm not afraid to lose them. It sucks how I lost them, but, you know, I got mad and you know, said some shit to people, which some of it I regret. You know, to Eric Lima and everything, I said some things in the heat of the moment I shouldn't have never said. You know. And if he still has an opinion about me, I don't care. Same thing with Double Z and that fucktard Chase, who's a fucking hypocrite. Same thing with Zach, Double Z, hypocrite. But, you know, I wish him well in the future, but, you know, the Chase and Zach, you pretty much go suck my dick, and I care less about you. But still. You know, the Jordan and Eric and even Brandon, you know, I wish them well in their future. And that's it. Let them do what they gotta do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But, you know, that's that. But it's sickening that I have to see the same people still talking about me, you know, from, you know, bringing up my past, you know, mocking me, and, you know, if I put up a community post or anything, they'll mock it and say shit, like, oh, you're a hypocrite, this and that. That just goes to show you have nothing else to do. You worry so much. You're on my dick 24/7, 365. I guess the D is good, huh? The milk is good too? Would you like some cookies too? obsession. That's what it is. Oh, but you're talking about us. No, I'm not. Oh, you're talking about us indirectly when you do your shorts. You're using WWE or AEW content. No, I'm not talking about things if I put, it's final statement to the haters. I'm using a Kevin Steen reference or stuff like that. You know? I'm not talking about you. If you talking about some other schmuck. You know? I'm not talking about you directly. If I was talking about you directly, I would say your fucking name. So get that through your head that I don't talk about you indirectly. But if you want to think that, you have a hole in your head. And like I said before, the same thing with Thea. You don't know her, you don't know me, you don't know anybody. You just know, with me, all you know is my past and all that other bullshit, because that's all you got. That's all you got. And I'm going to keep talking about wrestling, and I'm going to keep doing rants, and it's going to piss you off, and all I got to say is, good. I hope it does piss you off, and you don't talk about me anymore. Because I'm not going off YouTube. I don't have to do anything you tell me to do. Or anybody has to tell me to do. I'm not going to get off until I want to get off. That sounded wrong, but anyway. I'm not going to get off social media. I'm not. Just because some dumb fuck in a dumb fucking state or a dumb fuck country doesn't like me. Oh, we're going to run you off YouTube. Right. Sure you are. I'm not going anywhere. So, you're going to have to deal with me. And I have to deal with you, but I don't really need to. So, consider this bye-bye. Well, keep talking. Keep talking. See where it ends up for you. You know? 2 down, so many to go. Don't cry when you're in the slammer. Or somewhere else. Don't cry. Don't come. You're gonna remember what I say. That's that. But, yeah. I don't put YouTube first. I don't put YouTube first like people think I do. Oh, you put YouTube before your family. You don't care about them and everything. I care about my family. I care about the missus. I care about my friends. But I do not put YouTube first. I don't. I put my family, my friends first. My job, whatever it may be. I put that before YouTube. I always say, and I mentioned this, I posted it too. Life is greater than YouTube. I think some of you people need to learn that. And some of you people need to get a life. Stop smoking the doobie. Stop drinking on your fucking things. Get high and get drunk and you act like and sound like a complete fucktard. Maybe don't drink. Maybe go to an AA meeting. Or go get some help. Go to a psychiatrist or something. Not that it'll help you, but like I say in AA, don't drink. I don't drink. People think I drink. Do you see this? See this? This is a can of Pepsi. I don't drink on my videos. You think I do? Then you're an idiot because you drink on your videos. And if you openly admit it, that's fine. But you're acting like a complete fucktard because you're high, you're drunk, just to please your fucking fan base. I don't have to please anybody. And if I come out and I'm wacky and I'm off the wall and I'm doing impressions like Mike Awesome and people like that, I'm not doing a character per se, I'm not Peter Gilmore anymore. I'm my real self. I'm Peter fucking Joseph now. And you're going to remember it. You're going to remember my name. whether it be good or bad. But you people need to get out of people's lives, and if you don't like them, do not watch them. Okay? And with the wrestlers, you don't like them, don't support them. If the match comes up, don't watch it. Go in another room. Turn the channel off. But don't come on fucking social media acting like you're all high and mighty and trying to bring them down and trying to get them off social media or bully them to the point that they off themselves. Because then you're going to have egg on your face, and really, the people that are doing this shit should get held accountable. They should be thrown in fucking jail. Because throwing them off the internet ain't going to help. They need to be held accountable and put in jail. You know? That's all I'm going to say. Alright, let's finish this up.
And for 5 years, I have valued this industry to such an extent, and I valued others' opinions. And it is exhausting. I love this more than anything, but what I don't love is to constantly be torn down by other people, by other human beings. At the end of the day, I am a person.
Damn right.
I am a 22-year-old girl who is getting to live my dreams, and for some reason that's wrong. And for some reason...
Yeah, for some reason, I'm sorry, I keep pausing, but Thea has a point. Thea has a point. She's 22. She shouldn't be taking this shit. She loves what she does. She loves wrestling. I'm 49, and I've been doing YouTube since 2009. That rhymed too. But, I've done this for almost 16 fucking years. Eventually, I'll get sick of YouTube. I might not even do videos anymore. I might go to Facebook. I might go to BitChute. I might go somewhere else. This is a hobby. A hobby. Hobby, if you can spell. Hobby. This is not my fucking life. My life is my job, being with the missus, being with my family, and everything else. Okay? I live a real life. I am a different person than I am on YouTube. Because some people have met me on YouTube. Like Heel Steven, I met him, and I met Monoxide, people from, the wrestling community. They could tell you that I'm a different person. They're not going to say, oh, Peter's a schmuck. He's very different in real life. He's really quiet, blah, blah, blah. There's no reason to go after Thea Hale, to go after these wrestlers who are doing their fucking job. Or these celebrities who are doing their job, whether it be a musician, actor, actress, president, whatever it may be. We're human fucking beings. And like I said, if you don't like me, don't watch me. I'll say it until I'm blue in the face and I'm in the fucking grave. Which ain't gonna be anytime soon. You can hate me for the next 15, 30 years. If I'm on YouTube or not. But you have no right to go after me because go after me and go low and bring other people into it because you have a condition, you have a problem with me. If you have a problem with me, then come to me about it. Don't go to other people because they have nothing to do with it. Okay? You hate me? I don't care. I don't care. That's your own personal grievance. And if you hate me so much, then don't watch me. Simple as that. But it's so hard for people to figure that out. So fucking hard to figure that out. Whether you hate me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or here on YouTube or in general, I don't give a fuck. And you shouldn't either. To have a 7-year obsession with somebody or 8-year obsession with somebody or 10 years obsession, 10, 15 years, you hated me since the beginning. Get a fucking life. Seriously. You 20 to 30-year-old virgins, you idiots, you marks. Get a fucking life. Go do something else with your fucking life. Instead of bashing people online just because you don't like them. It's stupid. And you're wasting your goddamn time. You're wasting your time and your fucking life away. And then when you're in your 40s and 50s, you're looking back at your life and you're getting old and then, you're breaking down and everything. And you look back at your life, you're like, oh, I had a great life. But then, when you go up to the man upstairs, he's going to say, oh, you did this, 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 and this. And you had no remorse. I'm not making this a religious thing, but some of you need Jesus. I'm serious. Some of you need fucking Jesus. You need to go see a psychiatrist. Or get off the fucking weed, get off the meth, and the alcohol. Or you're gonna do a Jamie Foxx, blame it on the alcohol, right? Oh, I said it because, I was in an inebriated state. Should have said it at all. And I said mean things because I was in the heat of the moment. And I regret everything I said in the heat of the moment. Just to those people that I said bad things to, would it be Eric or Jordan or whatever. It was the heat of the moment. And yeah, I lost some good friends. I'll never get them back. I can never talk to them about it. Would it be in private? I really can't do panels. My computer's all fucked up. We can. I don't know how we can do it. We talk on Facebook or Instagram and private messages. The only way I could probably do it. But as long as we can talk about it, try to come to an agreement, and then whether you still have an opinion about me, you want to go your own way, fine. Let me go my own way. We can be civil about it and let bygones be bygones. The way it is. I don't hold grudges with people. I don't. I still hate Sean Street Entertainment. I'll still hate JD. But do I care what they do in their personal life? No. I don't give a fuck. Do they give a fuck about me? No, I know they don't. They just think, JD thinks I'm a nobody. And it took 10 fucking years for Sean to do a fucking video about me. He had so many chances to do one, he never did it. Because he knew it would just come back and bury him again. JD the same way. JD knows that I would annihilate him. Even WJ. WJ buried me. He supposedly buried me in that video. And I came back and said, look, I tried to help you, and this is the thanks I get? Fuck you. And now he's doing whatever he's doing. I personally don't give a fuck. I try to help people, and I have to get shafted. Why? And then I'm like, why did I even bother being their friend? I'm trying to be their friend. I'm trying to calm him or her down. And I have to get shafted? It's like getting fucked in the ass without lube. I mean, come on now. I'm trying to help you, and you're throwing me under the bus. And I did the same thing, and I apologize for that. I should have listened to people back in the day. but you live and learn. But, some of you people just need help. Seriously, you need help. Get off the weed, get off the alcohol. And if you can't be yourself on YouTube, then you shouldn't even be on the internet. That's why I got away from the Peter Gilmore character, and I changed my name. I changed it to my real name, Peter Joseph. I'm not, some people know my actual last name, but it's whatever. But I changed it up a little bit, and I'm just being me. I'm not being somebody that I'm not. Because like I say, you don't know me from a hole in the wall. You just know about my past, and nobody cares about it. Would it be Issa's group, or Joe Cronin's group, or anybody else? Nobody gives a fuck. So you want to go on your little crusade that's failed miserably to get me off the internet, and get me out of communities, and this and that. It fails miserably, because nobody gives a fuck. And you people need to get fucking lives. That's all I'm going to say. And the people that are bashing Thea Hale, you need to be held accountable for your fucking actions. That's all I'm going to say.
Reason you guys decide that you want to go hate on somebody else because you're not happy with yourself. You feel the need to tear somebody else down to build yourself up. Are you serious?
Exactly. Fucking-exactly, Thea. I agree. You hate somebody because you don't like them. Because you don't like yourself. Exactly. I bet half these people, they live in their mom's basement, if they live alone, whatever it may be. They think they're hot shit. Like, she's not going to talk about me, or he's not going to talk about me. And then, you get put in your place, and then you're like, oh, why are they talking about me for? Because you're an asshole.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the level of hate in professional wrestling today.
I don't either.
And for just 1 second, I would love for you guys to internally think, would you like for somebody to say this about me? Think about that. So please, take an extra 10 seconds before you put something up on social media. Please.
It's like few of my friends always say, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't even fucking say it at all. Simple as that. Keep your opinions to yourself.
And remember that the person on the other end of it is also a human being.
Exactly.
So, I don't know what to tell you. Happy Sunday. Go to church.
Some people need that. Some people need to go to church. Repent for your sins! But people don't believe in God, which I think is another stupid thing. Oh, you're bringing God into this thing. You're preaching God. It's retarded. It's fucking retarded. I don't need to preach God. Like, oh, I found God, I'm posting God-like lyrics and stuff like that. Because God, I'm a fucking human being, and God loves me, and I love God. Talk to him every day, stuff like that. But, when Judgment Day comes, and you're dead, and you're going up to heaven, and you see St. Peter at the fucking gates of heaven, he's gonna remember all the fucking shit you did. And he's gonna judge you on Judgment Day. And if you don't repent, you may not see your loved ones. You may not go to heaven. You're not going to hell, because some people think there's no hell, but you're going to purgatory, most likely. That's what I call a confession. You repent for your sins, you say a couple of Hail Marys and Our Fathers and shit like that. You try to be a fucking better person. And like I said, I'm not the greatest person in the world. I said my shit online. It got me into a lot of trouble with my family, with you-know-who. I lost a lot of friends. And yeah, sometimes I got put in my place. I got knocked down, but I picked myself back the fuck up. And I continue to this fucking day. Even if I've had problems, I had mental problems since I was 17 years old. I pick myself up. I have a good day, I have a bad day, I have really bad days when I want to just end my life and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. But doing that makes these fucktards win. And I don't want to go out like that. I don't want these idiots to get the win. And if I have to get the last word, I will always get the last word. Whether you fucktards like it or not. I will always get the last word. And I don't need to get the last word sometimes, but I will get it anyway. And if you don't like it, tough shit. That's that. But every time I've been knocked down, I always pick myself up and I try to be the best person that I can possibly be. I've been in and out of seeing psychiatrists and therapists and everything for a very long time. And people think, you're not listening to them. They're not helping you. You're wasting their time. Whether it be right or not, I don't care. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I used to be in group therapy. I didn't like it at first, but then I started, coming out of my shell and everything. And then, I would, these people would talk about, their lives and everything. I don't, going to group therapy sucks to begin with. It sucks. Because you have to sit there and listen for however long, like a 45 minutes to an hour long session, hearing other people talk about their day and what's going on with them, crying up a storm or whatever it may be. You're like, why am I here? It feels like an intervention. It feels like you're at an AA meeting. Hi, my name is Peter Gilmore and I'm an alcoholic, something like that. It sucks. But after a while, you understand what they're going through because you're going through the same fucking shit. And I dealt with that. And I was in groups with people that were younger than me and freaking senior citizens. I'm not lying. 50, 70, 80-year-old people I'm in the same fucking group with. It's insane. I'm like, it's sad to see a 60, 70, 80-year-old person dealing with mental illness. Whether they have dementia or not, I don't know, but it sucks to go into a group meeting with senior citizens like 60, 70, 80 years old. It's sad. It's sad that these people are going to therapists and taking medication, whether it be Xanax, Ativan, whatever it may be. It's sad. I'm going through it. Rose is going to therapy. My parents are going. Not my dad. My mom's going to see a therapist. I have other family members are going to see therapists and everything. It's sad. Because we got to deal with the everyday bullshit of living in New York, which sucks, and just putting up with stress and everything. It's hard to get through a day sometimes. But as long as we have Jesus and we have, we live our life the best we can, we're going to have people that will bring us down and knock us down a peg or two. And then it sucks. We're crying up a storm. We don't want to live no more. But, we always got to remember that God is watching us. He's going to protect us and everything. And brighter days are ahead. And these people that are stalking and hounding us and saying bad, evil shit, they're the evil ones, and they're gonna be judged when they pass away. But if you live a religious life, and everything. Try to be the best person you can. You know, don't fall into temptation, fall into sin, which I've done for a long time. It's hard to get out of and hard to move on because, you know, you try to move on, you try to do the best, you know, live a righteous life and go down the right path, and then you're going down the path and you're like, you know, weaving your way in, you're going down the wrong path again. That's been I've dealt with that for the last decade. It sucks. I'm 49, I shouldn't be arguing with dumb fuck 20, 30-year-old kids on YouTube. You know, it sucks. This is not moving on or anything. If people want to say it's moving on, I don't give a fuck. But I'm just tired of the fucking bullshit that I gotta put up with this site. And I'm not gonna get off because I'm gonna continue to have an opinion about wrestling. I'm gonna rant about things and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna live my life. And if you don't like it, tough fucking shit. Because like I said, you don't know me, you'll never know me. Just get out of my life, get off my fucking channels, get out of my life, leave other people out of it. And if you can't do that, then you deserve to get the same fucking treatment that me and other people are getting. And if you don't like it, then you shouldn't do it. Simple as that. Simple as fucking that. And that's the way it is. That's the way it should be. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So the Thea Hale, you know, all I got to say is just keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting those milestones. Ignore these fucktards on the internet. If you have to shut down your Twitter and Instagram, take a little mental break, then do it. But, you know, then come back at the appropriate time when you feel like coming back. You know, same thing with Harley Cameron, Alicia Taylor, you know, Samantha Irvin, whoever it may be in the wrestling realm or music or whatever it may be. If you need to take a mental break, then take it. I've taken mental breaks here and there. I took a 6-month break from YouTube at one point, back in 2017. I didn't come back until the beginning of 2018. I hated it, but, you know, because I missed YouTube and talked to my friends and everything. But, you know, those 6 months were hard. Very hard. Because I had the itch to come back. I had the itch. I would take a couple of days off and I'm like, you know, I gotta do a review, I gotta do this and that. Couldn't do it. I didn't want to be, you know, like other people, you know, who lost their girlfriend, they broke up with their girlfriend, crying up a storm, and like, I'm leaving, and comes back the next fucking day. Stupid. I'm not gonna do that. If I need to take a break, I will take a break, and I have taken a break. People think like, oh, you take a break, but you're still, you know, in the comments section. You're on the live streams. You don't run my life. So if I want to be on a live stream, I could be on a live stream, even if I'm on break. The way it is. You don't like it? Tough shit. And that's that. Alright, I'm going to bed, guys. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I had therapy tomorrow, but I don't have it because my therapist is sick and everything. But so I have a free day off. I got to work, of course, and then I got some errands to run. We got that. So we'll talk about Collision and Dynamite tomorrow on my Peter Joseph channel. Get you ready for Monday Night Raw, and if I have anything else to say tomorrow, I'll talk about that. But I hope you learned something from this video, this hour and 25-minute video. But, and it wasn't really about me. It was about the whole situation with Thea Hale, the fucking douchebags in the IWC going after her, and I kind of put it all together and talked about my situation and everything. And that's that. Whether it gets critiqued, I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. So, do your 3-hour garbage live stream. Nobody's gonna care about it. I don't care. It gets 4,000 fucking views. Nobody cares. But the only thing I'm going to say is keep my name out of your mouth. But you're going to keep it in your mouth because you got nothing else to talk about. Simple as that. Nothing else. Oh, I got other people we can talk about. Then talk about them. Don't worry about what I do. Because I don't care what you do. Get a fucking life. Get some fucking help. Before it's too late. And if not, then God have mercy on your fucking soul. And that's all I'm going to say. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you want to watch the Thea Hale video, just type in Thea Hale. It's on YouTube somewhere. You can go on her Facebook page. You can go on her Instagram or X. Just watch the video and cry with her and everything. It's just sad the state of professional wrestling is. Not even professional wrestling, life is. So many fucking evil people in this fucking world. And they need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And that's it. So all the fake people out there, fuck you. And that's that. I'm done with you. Goodbye. So long, farewell. I'm just going to be worried about myself. I'm going to be myself. And just keep doing rants and reviews. And all that other good stuff. I'm not giving two fucks about what other people think about me anymore. I just don't care anymore. And that's that. So until next time, all you fuckers out there that don't like me, fuck you. To everybody else, rock on and rock hard with your coat. And have a great week, ladies and gentlemen. And to all those people, if you're not down with that, me and the prophecy, which are real people, by the way. You can't prove us wrong. You can't take the prophecy down, even if you tried. So to all you fucking fake people out there, all you high and mighty people behind your fucking Commodore 64 computers, you think you're big and bad, you ain't shit. And if you're not down with us, then we all, collectively, we all have three of the greatest words in the history of life itself. If you don't like us, we don't care, and we got three words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, peace.